Coming up next on BG24 News.
Students say Centennial Hall was recently evacuated, and it wasn't an everyday fire alarm or a tornado drill either.
Plus, conflict between the BGSU administrators and the faculty association is heating up. We'll tell you how they fired back at one another.
And love is in the air, for Valentine's Day that is. We've got the best places on campus to find last-minute Valentine's Day gifts.
Plus, a look at your Black Swamp weather forecast and BG24 sports. Welcome to your campus and community connection.
County's live local news starts right now. This is BG24 News, live at 5:30.
Hello everyone, I'm Madeline Fenning.
And I'm Parminder Bunga. Our top story tonight. University Police Captain Michael Campbell has confirmed to BG24 News that residents were shooting airsoft guns at Centennial Hall earlier this month. Students say that's when the building was evacuated. Nobody was hurt. University police say the airsoft shootings are not yet public record, so they couldn't comment further. Neither Residence Life nor marketing would comment on the shootings.
All of us were sitting out in the lobby, kind of chilling. I was with a few friends, and we saw two cop cars pull up with some flashing lights, and cops came running into the building with guns, and they told us that we all needed to evacuate. So we went running out of the building, and they told us to find somewhere to go. So a lot of people went to the frat houses next door, or went in the Cole Hall.
Everyone was calling their parents saying how there's a shooting in the dorm, and how it's just who would do this. And after 30 minutes, they came out. And we finally were allowed back in, and they came up with an announcement saying how it was the airsoft gun, and the people who were responsible behind it just come out to the front desk and drop it off because they're not allowed in the building.
And in community news tonight, a nonprofit organization is set to be closed for a lack of funds. For 6 years, Alicia's Voice has helped Wood County victims of domestic violence get out of abusive relationships. Hundreds of community members have reached out to help Alicia's Voice after the news that it would be closed. Owner Kathy Newlove says she's received thousands of dollars in donations. On Saturday, Newlove is throwing a fundraising dinner and dance. Newlove says after the public's heartwarming response, she will reconsider keeping Alicia's Voice open. Reporter Aisha Mitchell will have updates on Alicia's Voice's future on Tuesday.
A battle of job cuts rages on between the BGSU administration and the Faculty Association. Last week, we showed you the hundreds of protesters that marched on McFall Center. The FA seemed confident that its message had been heard, but new information suggests the opposite. The administration has filed unfair labor practice complaints with the Ohio State Employment Relations Board. The administration asked the FA to give the names of faculty members in the union. FA members refused, and in response, they too filed unfair labor practice complaints.
While the administration and the Faculty Association remain divided, hundreds of students and community members are uniting to help kids that are suffering. Reporter Lucas Stahl joins me now with more on the 18th year of Dance Marathon. Lucas?
Thanks, Madeline. Dance Marathon helps kids that suffer from common childhood problems like asthma or even broken bones, but their main focus is to help them fight bigger challenges like birth defects or even cancer.
Dance Marathon, a Bowling Green State University campus organization, is one that focuses strictly on philanthropy. Last night, Dance Marathon put on yet another event in hopes of raising money for their charity.
Dance Marathon's money goes straight to Children's Miracle Network at Mercy Children's Hospital. We have several kids specifically who come to events and kind of represent the children that the money goes to, but all of our money goes just to that one fundraiser, or that one organization.
We have 18 steering members and 4 branches, so 4 assistant directors. And each steering member has a core committee. So we have a lot of leaders that are involved with Dance Marathon, each focus on different aspects of the event.
Every year, Dance Marathon adopts a family in need to offer financial and moral support. This year, Dance Marathon took the Beamer family under their wing, and this is what this once distraught mother had to say about the program.
It is so heartwarming to know how committed today's kids are. I think it's absolutely amazing the time and the dedication by 18, 19, 20-year-old kids to help people they don't even know.
Since Dance Marathon began, the organization has raised $2.5 million. Reporting live in the studio, I'm Lucas Stahl.
Thank you, Lucas. Wood County Hospital and the university joined for a special reception at McFall Center today. They came together to celebrate the groundbreaking of the new Falcon Health Center. The university says construction will be completed this fall. Wood County Hospital will manage the new center. New features include a drive-through pharmacy, radiology services, and additional parking.
Today is Valentine's Day, and if that's news to you, then you might need to run out and get a gift fast. Reporter Christina Hepner says even last-minute gifts don't have to be expensive.
Valentine's Day can be hard to afford, especially if you're a college student. Luckily, there are many inexpensive ways to celebrate that special day on campus. You can buy your loved ones their Valentine's Day gift at the Sweet Shop. They have a variety of items ranging from teddy bears to flowers to chocolate-covered strawberries, and you can buy all of these using your Falcon dollars. The Visual Communication Technology Organization is offering a free Valentine's Day booth. You can also make reservations for a date night at the Black Swamp Pub. Dance Marathon even offered a hug, kiss, or massage from a BGSU athlete for just $1. Students tell us what their dream Valentine's Day date would be.
My perfect Valentine's Day date would be getting a dozen roses and a trip to the Bahamas.
Probably take my date out to a nice dinner, get her some flowers, and go back home, watch a movie, relax.
Save some money and spend Valentine's Day on campus this year. Reporting for BG24 News, I'm Christina Hepner.
Flowers, cards, and candy vendors say Valentine's Day is their third busiest time of the year. The competing holidays are Christmas and Mother's Day.
Not everyone is feeling the love today. One university organization challenged the lovey-dovey status quo of Valentine's Day. The Undergraduate Psychology Association sold anti-Valentine's Day grumpy cat pins at the union tables. Students wore the pins to classes to show their feelings of what some call a Hallmark holiday. The pins were $3. Now, weathercaster Dale Summers joins us for the current conditions. Dale?
Thank you, Parminder. It is currently 41 degrees outside and winds are coming in between the south and southwest at 16 miles per hour. However, when they gust, they'll get up to 27 degrees and it feels a lot colder.
Thanks, Dale. Coming up next.
Some Ohio school districts are in trouble. We'll tell you why they're under a criminal investigation.
And a young man from Kansas says he got the best Valentine's Day gift ever. What was it? Find out after the break.
A mother has turned her daughter's death into a warning for others. Andrea Cooper speaks about domestic violence awareness and suicide prevention, and she will be speaking at the university next week. Cooper's daughter was 20 years old when she was raped by a friend. She was depressed and committed suicide a few months later. Alpha Chi Omega member Kristen Holliday has applied for a grant to bring Cooper here 3 times. She says BG students need the event after a number of suicides last year.
And I hope that they see that we can work together, and I hope that it affects them in a way that they know this is real, and I hope they want to make a change.
Alpha Chi Omega will be collecting donations for a local battered women's shelter. After the event, a candlelight visual will be held for students who have recently committed suicide. Kristen's story will be February 24th in the Union Ballroom.
Here at BGSU, we have a wide selection of student-run magazines and newspapers for students and faculty to enjoy. The Key Magazine, the BG News, and the Obsidian are among those publications. Reporter Megan Gallagher says a new publication is one unlike any other.
A voice for the LGBT here at BGSU. These words are the reason for a new publication on campus. Outspoken Magazine aims to inform students more on what's happening in the LGBT community.
For example, there's a lot of stuff going on with the Boy Scouts of America, trying to have a gay band, so we're going to have some stories about that in our next issue. So just kind of like a regular magazine or newspaper, try to cover the art, entertainment, as well as news.
The publication features many types of artists and artwork.
So sometimes we'll have artwork from students, poems, news pieces, editorials. We have monthly columnists, guest columnists, and while it is mainly a student publication, we also have faculty members who submit things.
The magazine can currently be found online, but soon it hopes to be in print like many other magazines and newspapers in the campus.
Oh yeah, right now it's only on online format. With our Facebook page, you always put the link up there that takes you to the website that actually posts the magazine. But until we can get funding, which we're trying to do, we would like to have it eventually be published.
Though it is already on its second publication, a new issue of Outspoken comes out on the first Monday of every month. Reporting for BG24 News, I'm Megan Gallagher.
You can check out the first and second editions for free at our Facebook page at facebook.com/BG24News.
A small group of Ohio students are demanding the return of their fired assistant principal. Earlier this week, they stood outside of their Cincinnati school carrying signs and chanting, "Bring Morosky back." Michael Morosky was dismissed Monday from Purcell Marion, a Catholic high school in Cincinnati. The Archdiocese of Cincinnati placed Morosky on administrative leave last week after he wrote about his support for gay rights on his blog.
Said anywhere in the post, I think the church is wrong. I never in that post really directly addressed and said I support gay marriage. I said I believe gay people should be allowed to be married. What I would like to see from the Archdiocese is more respect and openness to the wisdom from the people in the pews.
We want to hear what you think about this controversial story. Should the Catholic Church have terminated the assistant principal for what he wrote on his blog? Tweet us at twitter.com/BG24News.
Some Ohio schools are in trouble this week. The Ohio State Auditor says 9 school districts in the state lied about their attendance data. State Auditor Steve Yost says most school districts in Ohio play by the rules, but 9 districts did not. Yost wants these districts to take ownership of their mistakes. He also says there are underlying issues with the way attendance is measured. Right now, attendance is measured for 1 week in October.
My conclusion is that they knew better, and for whatever their own reasons were, they chose not to comply. What we're suggesting is that that money follow the kids more or less in real time, so that each day there's an incentive to keep the child in school. I'm calling upon the school board to stand up and lead. The time to act is now, and the children of this district need that leadership.
The district is still in the midst of a criminal investigation. The data will also go to the Ohio Department of Education for further investigation.
Coming up next,
some university students heard about sex in a brand new way. Hear what made a lecture far from typical.
And an asteroid is headed close to Earth. We'll hear from an expert about possible dangers. Stay with us.
Now, Wood County's live local forecast with BG24 Black Swamp weather.
Good evening, Wood County. I am Dale Summers. Looking at our current conditions, it is in the low 40 degrees outside. Winds are coming in between the south and southwest at 16 miles per hour. However, at their strongest, they're gusting at 27 miles per hour, making it feel only like it's 33 degrees outside. Humidity is at a high 77%. Tonight's forecast, temperatures will be dropping down to the low 30s and it will be partly cloudy. Winds are still coming in at 16 miles per hour. Humidity is staying at a stable 77%. Tomorrow, we will see temperatures of about 30 degrees and it will still be partly cloudy. Anyone who wants to see the sun, make sure you're up by 7:30 a.m. Winds are not as strong, coming in between west and northwest at 12 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, temperatures will be dropping down to 20 degrees. There is a 30% chance of precipitation, so we might be seeing some flurries, and humidity is at 60%. The average temperature for February 14th is a high of 34, which is in between the temperatures experienced today and tomorrow. The low is 17 degrees, which is colder than what we're experiencing, but I think everyone's done with the cold, so I don't think anyone's minding that. Looking at the entire lakefront area by Toledo, we can see that temperatures are a little bit warmer than that average, and they are in the low 40s. And looking at the precipitation, we can see that there is not any rain above Toledo. However, if one heads over towards the eastern area of Lake Erie, there's heavier rainfall heading in progression. So hopefully that rain stays away from us. Looking at the entire United States, we can see that that rain heads up into New York. And if one heads over towards Michigan and Wisconsin, that rain turns into snow. There's not a lot of rain in the Midwest, as one can see that there is a little bit in Colorado. However, it turns into snow. The most amount of rain that we're experiencing is down in Florida, and that is about a medium rainfall, so it's not too heavy. Looking at the 5-day forecast, we can see temperatures will be at 31 degrees on Friday, and it will be partly cloudy. There will be some snow on Saturday and Tuesday. We'll be experiencing warm temperatures on Monday, about the mid-40s.
Well, thanks, Dale. BG students got the chance to experience a lecture unlike any other when Jay Friedman visited campus earlier this week. Reporter Gemma Schultz explains why it was such a success.
Students came in by the hundreds on Monday night to listen to Jay Friedman, a popular sex educator. They did this in hopes to better inform BGSU's student body. Discussion included tips on love, dating, and healthy relationships. Jay says he loves his job because it gives him a chance to share valuable knowledge and tackle tough topics in our society.
My goal here is that the lecture lasts far longer than the 1 hour and so that I'm up on the stage, that I've inspired them to talk more and I've given them some food for thought, that they go back and they maybe debate and discuss some of these issues with their peers and with their friends.
Sponsors of the show were hopeful that the lecture would inform students in a fun, light way.
Everyone finds it interesting, obviously, and so I'm glad that he came out and gave us an entertaining but still really educational experience for everyone.
The lecture was part of the National Sex Health Awareness Week, which targets young adults and encourages them to look at the social, cultural, and behavioral factors that can influence their own health. The J-Spot program travels the world in hopes of sexually educating students in a non-traditional way. For BG24 News, I'm Gemma Schultz.
UAO says the seminar was so popular, students can expect to see the return of J-Spot program next year.
You might not know about it, but an asteroid is about to come extremely close to hitting the Earth. NASA says an asteroid the size of a football field will whiz by Earth tomorrow. For more on the close call, we go to CNN's Tom Foreman.
In cosmic terms, this is a very close encounter, the closest one that NASA has ever seen for something this big. Let's get some reference points here. When we talk about the Earth, many of us like to think the moon is close to us, but the moon is really not as close as you think. It's almost 250,000 miles away. So what is close in space? Satellites. We've been launching these for many decades now, and we've filled the sky with them. Some of them are fairly low, others are quite high. The highest ones out there are communications and GPS satellites, which are about 22,000 miles up in the air. So where is this asteroid going to be? It is going to shoot out of the sky and cut right through the top of the satellite belt at about 17,000 miles. Is that dangerous? No, not really, in part because of the size of this thing. The official name, by the way, is 2012 DA-14. It's only about 50 yards long or wide, no matter how you want to talk about it. It'll be traveling 18,000 miles an hour, almost. That's fast. If it were to hit Earth, it would have a huge explosion equal to more than 2 million tons of dynamite. But that really wouldn't be enough to harm the Earth unless it hit a populated place. Yes, it would knock down trees and destroy an area of several hundred miles, but that would be all. And most importantly, scientists who have been tracking this thing for more than 2 million miles already say it's just not going to hit the Earth. It is going to miss, even though this is a very close call.
Well, that's definitely crazy. However, scientists say you'll have to be in Europe, Asia, or Australia and have powerful telescopes to see the asteroid fly by.
And now sportscaster Jacqueline Elliott joins us for a look at BG24 Sports. Jacqueline?
Thanks, Madeline. Men's basketball faced off against Western Michigan last night. Also, we have a look ahead at a weekend that is jam-packed with Falcon sports. All that and more coming up next on BG24 Sports.
It's un-Falcon believable coverage that you won't get anywhere else. This is BG24 Sports.
First off, men's basketball, BG defeated Western Michigan last night. Senior Austin Calhoun led the team with a game high of 24 points. Here's Orr, he drives in with the layup but can't finish. Holmes comes up and rescues for the rebound and the putback. On the defensive end, BG shows no mercy. Holmes with the deflection, recovered by Calhoun. He'll take it to the coast for the slam dunk. Again with the lockdown D, Cross knocks it loose, or recovers it, dish it to Crawford for the easy lay-in. Back on offense, Crawford dishes it in to Calhoun. He'll be back in with a snag bucket. Now here comes great ball movement. Crawford to cross over to Calhoun for the 3. Falcons go on to win it 70-60. With the win,
we're just realizing that we have a great opportunity here to go ahead and try to get to Cleveland and win the MAC championship. That's just our ultimate goal, and to just represent this school on that floor every night, night in and night out. And we feel like we had a subpar non-conference play, but we still have a chance to turn things around, and we still have a chance to still accomplish all the goals that we set forth in front of us from the beginning of the season. So it's kind of like a now or never thing. So I mean, we're just trying to run with it and go ahead and just try to keep a steady pace and try to stay focused and try to go in there each day and each practice and just approach it with the same type of intensity.
Well, that's all for BG24 Sports. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Jacqueline. A Kansas couple found that the best Valentine's Day gift is something more than chocolate, flowers, or dinner. Last week, Tasha Benson and her boyfriend Travis Spire-Sweet underwent surgery at the University of Kansas Hospital so she could give him her kidney. Travis has had kidney problems since birth, living with only 25% kidney function. After spending a year on the donor list, his girlfriend turned out to be a perfect match. Not only is it February 14th, Valentine's Day, it's also National Donor Day.
Oh, how adorable is that?
I know,
That his girlfriend
exactly.
was the perfect match for a
This
kidney.
is the cutest story in the world.
I mean, I think that if I were in need of a kidney, I would definitely appreciate a kidney much more than a box of chocolates.
Especially from a loved one, too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's adorable.
It's adorable, for
That's
sure.
awesome. It's a very nice, inspiring story.
Agreed.
Love it.
Well, that's it for BG24 News. For Madeline Fenning, Dale Summers, Jacqueline Elliott, I'm Parminder Bunga.
Have a safe weekend, everyone.